The power of the mind is unmatched. It's huge. It's electrifying. How do you know this? There are some people who will faint at the sight of blood, and there are other people who work in hospitals. I have a friend who used to do autopsies, had no problem with the scent. Other people vomit immediately. Sometimes, right at the moment of something traumatic, you get a phone call of a death of a loved one, maybe the loss of your career, or maybe a doctor's diagnosis that you only have 6 months to live. Immediately, you vomit. You see this in horror films where characters in the films will vomit. They will vomit not because they had bad pork, not because they're trying to, they're sticking their fingers down their throat. No, they vomit at the horror that is happening around them. And the power of the mind can obviously impact the body. One thing is for certain: stress does not benefit the body's functions. Now, whether or not it causes something like cancer or heart disease or autoimmune diseases, so on and so forth, well, but one thing's for certain: if you do have issues, if you do have a headache or you do have problems with migraines, having stress is not going to help them. If you do have colitis, if you do have Crohn's disease, if you do have IBS, if you do have psoriasis, being stressed is not going to help. Why is it? The power of the mind. I have a video, I think I have 2 videos on this YouTube page about anxiety. Anxiety and panic attacks, so on and so forth. They further showcase the power of the mind and how to use the power of the mind to combat the bad power of the mind, if that makes sense. But what about the power of the Halloween mind? The power of the Halloween mind. What does that mean exactly? Well, you can literally use the power of your mind without the need of any financial extravagance or needing to do a million things or buy a million things. With what you have already, if you're a horror fan or if you're a Halloween fan, with what you have right now, with just these posters right here, okay, and a wax melt over there, and an album of music that I bought, of Halloween music, with just that, the power of the Halloween mind is in making atmosphere within your living space or within your car space. People will use headphones to try to, sometimes dentists will say during procedures, would you like to wear you can bring headphones, would you like to wear headphones? Listen to music of your choice. MRIs, they do that as well. Would you like to What kind of music would you like to listen to while you're stuck in this claustrophobic, very tight tube where you feel like you can't pick your head up at all and you can't breathe? Right? The power of the Halloween mind is just this. Intentionally pick the music you're going to listen to for tomorrow's workday, if you have a job like that, or on your lunch break for work. Intentionally pick the spooky music you're going to listen to, the spooky albums, the spooky bands you're going to listen to. I'm going to listen to Mr. Mansion during my lunch break. Okay. But intentionally do that on paper, in the notes section of your phone. Okay. Why? It brings intentional atmosphere, an atmosphere that keeps your brain off negative garbage. Instead of incessantly thinking about what your coworker said and how you should interpret that, and if they like you, or how much of a jerk they are, or how much of a jerk you've been to countless people in your own life, instead of constantly this Rolodex of garbage, what about your passions? What about your passions? Intentionally pick the music. Okay, so I do that. I intentionally pick the music I'm going to listen to for each day. And then intentionally pick the movies you want to watch. Plan them out. It's like you are your own, treat your movie room, your living room, as a movie theater where you are the curator of the films. You are the person choosing the broadcasts. When you intentionally pick your music, it's like you're the radio station, picking the songs that are going to be played in the future, and be your own movie theater. Intentionally pick those movies you're going to watch for the week. I do it months in advance, and I definitely do it during the 3 months of my Halloween season. And the winter, and so intentionally be your own movie theater, be your own radio station. And then if you have shirts, that are spooky, intentionally have those shirts, or those beanies, or those hats, or maybe that armband that has a jack-o'-lantern on it. Intentionally pick those things for your day. And even if you have your work shirt on, okay, let's say, underneath that shirt, that's what you picked for the day. And it brings mental atmosphere. It evokes atmosphere. And sometimes, one of the things that I will do is, when I am suffering a lot from my health ailments, I will remember the pieces of the movie that I watched that night. And I'll remember the music of the film, or really the feeling of the film. That's really the biggest thing for me, the feeling. And it's that feeling, I point here, but it's also here feeling, right? Where is feeling? Ooh. Feeling is all part of the power of the mind, So one of the things that I did some years ago, actually, around the start of COVID, is I got off social media. And what I chose to do was I chose to have, really kind of focus on my group of friends. And I can't see a lot of people face to face a lot of the time because of my ailments. So these are like this group of friends, right? And every month I make a poster, a photo image, and I put the poster of the movie I'm watching every night in that poster. So here's August's poster, and here's the movie I'm watching. The poster is like smaller in there with the year of the movie right on top of it. And every day, my friends get it, right? I text it to them or email it to them. And the important thing is that I do it individually. I don't do it in group texts or group emails. You do it individually, so that every day you intentionally think of each person. These are, you're kind of making your own Facebook with 10 friends or 5 friends or 15 friends. These are the people you send this to every day. And your friends don't have to like them, heart them, make comments. They're just receiving what you're watching every day. It's not letterbox to the world. It's letterbox to the people that matter most to you, right? Just through text and email. And it's a ritual thing I do every single day. I've been doing it for like 5 years. And since I watch a movie every night, there you go. And if my friends don't get something, they know that I'm not doing too well on that particular night, that I can't even watch a movie, right? So what's amazing about it is it's very intimate, because watching movies is a very big event in my life. Okay, it's the event. And so it's very intimate because I'm sharing what I'm watching every day. And movies matter so much in my life each night, that sharing that with someone is intimate. And it's a constant daily connection. And you'd be surprised how it opens up lines of communication with friends that you don't talk to every day. But every once in a while, they'll text you a comment. They'll say, "Hey man, I love this movie," or "Oh, I love September's poster, for the month," or and you'll get something like, "Hey, this is what I'm watching tonight," or "Have you ever heard of this?" or "Hey, I'm going to California." You know, lines of communication you would have never had before, but because you're constantly, sending it. It's not social media. This is the Facebook. This is the letterbox, just for 5 or 10 people in your life, intentionally, right? And the last thing I want to say, or maybe kind of the last, is when you watch a movie or when you listen to an album, treasure it and cherish it. You never know what could happen to your sight. You never know what could happen to your hearing. Anything could happen. There are plenty of viruses out there, believe me, and diseases that can take your sight, that can take your hearing, even if you've treated yourself well. Cherish it and be excited for it. Don't wait for the concert you're going to go to. Don't wait for the vacation you're going to go on that you never seem to go on. Don't wait for this. Don't wait for that. Take a movie out of your collection and get excited for it the entire day. You know you're going to watch that tonight. That is special, man. You have the television, you have the room, you have the roof over your head to be able to do this. And this is incredible. And lights go down, maybe you have a candle going. And here we are for 90 minutes. You get to be in the world, this spooky, atmospheric, creepy, fog-laden world of horror and Halloween. And for the next 90 minutes, you get to throw that Rolodex of negative thinking in the fire where it belongs. All those negative worries, fears, and anxieties. Throw them away and get caught up in the beautiful horror stylings of a horror story, of a horror film, of a Halloween world, of fallen leaves, and trick-or-treaters at dusk, and latex masks, a killer with a knife gutting somebody, or a ghostly presence floating up the steps, or a person having a mental breakdown. All of this here, right? And then something else that you can do get a book with nothing in it, just black pages. Okay? Just black pages. I just think this is aesthetically the atmosphere I like, right? Get it. And then get some stickers or make some stickers. But there's Halloween horror stickers everywhere. For this, I used kind of movie stickers. And make your own photo book. 1 sticker per page. Really make it, these are movies, horror films. Make it 1 photo per page. And let the book be small enough, that you can kind of bring it with you somewhere. Maybe you have a doctor's appointment that you're kind of scared about, and instead of looking at your phone, open up your own book and look at these photos to help transform you at the power of your Halloween mind, and to give you feelings and atmosphere and goosebumps and good memories. And then every time you watch a movie, you make memories from that day. So that daily movie is almost a pivotal diary entry for that day. You remember what happened that day. Every time you listen to an album, you can remember the last time you heard it. The power of the Halloween mind, as I'm losing my voice now. Happy Halloween, everybody.